Good morning. It's 10 to 7 a.m. on Tuesday, and I am heading over to the airport to do some practice auto rotations with Trevor. He's a CFI from Arizona. He's been helping me out for cherry season. He was in the live stream that we recorded yesterday. And we're going to do some practice auto rotations, and if I can figure out where to put that camera, I will have some footage of that and hopefully won't embarrass myself too much. So let's see how that goes. Almost done warming up here. Do my mag check. Needle split, good. Doors latched, checked this time. Nope. Penny's with me today, but she's not going to be on board for the practice flying. She'll wait in the FBO. Okay, up to 100% RPM. Get around, make sure there's nobody around here. Sometimes there's people hanging out. Not too often. And away we go. Yeah, there's people down here working in this apple orchard, so I'm going to cut my turn early. I don't know exactly where they are. Probably down there. Kind of an interesting morning. We had 2 thunderstorms roll through, and I think there's another on its way. You can see the area where the thunderstorms have been coming through right out there. And there's a short ride just to the airport. Wenatchee area traffic, helicopter 7534 Delta is coming up on 3 Lakes. We're going to be crossing the river, landing at the General Aviation Terminal. Wenatchee Airport has no tower. We use a common traffic advisory frequency to tell each other where we are. And I think I'm the only one flying this morning. Air's a little bumpy. I love flying first thing in the morning. It's just, the light is so pretty. The shadows and the hillsides, just gorgeous. Wenatchee traffic, helicopter 34 Delta, we crossing the runway midfield, landing General Aviation. Delta crossing the runway. It is already getting warm in the sun. That's Trevor there. The FBO doesn't open until 8. Okie doke. So I'm going to shut down, put the dual controls in, have a chat with Trevor, see if I can put Penny somewhere, and come back and do some autos. Hope you stick around. when you start up a 44 or 22, and you know how you're supposed to keep it at 55%.
Right.
When it, you know, when the belts are catching and it drags the engine down, do you give it a little more throttle to try to keep it up?
Yeah, I do.
I was with somebody who started up a 44 and he didn't touch the throttle, and it was just, it dragged it down to like almost, I was
way
in pain.
bogged down.
Yeah, I was in painless, and I was like, oh. So then I was thinking, oh, maybe I'm doing it wrong. He's a CFI. But
No, I always try and, you know, run it up just a little bit to keep it up, because it's not, you know, it's not as hard on everything to.
Yeah. Let me just put this on. Okay, that's just my, before I do my mag check. I like to get everything good, all right. So we're already warmed up.
And then I'll tell you just like I tell everyone.
Okay.
I want you to just have fun, relax. Only time I really ever come on the controls ever is if I have to or if you ask me to.
Okay.
So if you want a demonstration of something, I can do that. But as far as doing the maneuvers, you know, this is for you, not for me.
I know. Then I appreciate that. We'll see how I do. We'll see if I scare you.
I doubt it.
I don't know. I haven't practiced auto since last year, so I'm just, you do them all the time. That's the thing about a CFI. You guys do them all the time, and
right.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so I'm clear all around. Everything looks good. I've got the dialed in the right altitude and stuff, so we're good. All right. I turned on the radar altimeter too, so we can see how far off the ground we are. Oh, we're definitely heavier. There we go. Move away from the fence. Turn. Okay, I'm going to take off on the taxiway. When at area traffic, helicopter 7534 Delta at the fuel island, departing taxiway parallel to 30 with a turnout to the right. Make right traffic. That's what I usually do when I'm practicing out here.
Okay.
Right, let's see if I can do a textbook takeoff here. So accelerate up to 45. Pitch for 60. Come on, Maria, you can do it, you can do it. All right. I don't do that stuff much either.
I don't either.
No, real world flying, you don't do that kind of stuff.
Now the book says 70 for the auto speed.
Right.
But I find that the 44 is just auto better if you hold it between 60 and 65.
Okay. Yeah,
so
that'll be a trick.
Just food for thought.
No.
And it's also a little easier too when you flare. It's a little more aggressive than doing it at 70, but you know, you can be a little more precise.
Wenatchee traffic, helicopter 54 Delta is turning a right crosswind, taxiway parallel 30. Trying to remember to make my radio calls too. Guess I should make another turn here. I don't do any pattern work generally. Power up here.
Seems to be the biggest issue for all helicopter pilots is pattern work, because we just don't do it.
Yeah, why? The only time we ever need to do it is when we're testing on it. Let me open this up. Power up. Yeah, that Chinook came in yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And then that other thing, that's what my friend was flying. I was telling you about one of those. I don't know what that is.
Like the S. I can't remember what.
Might have even been that ship. He was based in Leavenworth at the time. He was not a happy camper.
I can't believe nothing's lit up after all the lightning, you know?
It's still early. Give it time.
Like it's on fire.
The wind's supposed to kick up later on today.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's building a house right at the end of the runway. There you go.
Where do you like to aim for?
Usually, what are those bars called where you, actually, usually we aim for the taxiway intersection. Let me see. I gotta look around here. It's been a whole year.
Yeah, wherever. I mean,
I think I flew with Woody last time. Yeah, the intersection of the taxiway and the closed runway where the X's are.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a very sloppy turn there, but hey, we did it. So we got a pretty decent headwind. So I could probably enter around where the hangars are, I would think. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be pretty close. You're showing almost 80 here and 63 here, so 20 knots.
Yeah. All right, so. Yeah, you be ready. Don't let me overspeed, all right?
I gotcha.
Okay, let's see. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Collective throttle.
Easy.
Little up.
Perfect bump. Bump a little bit. A little more, a little more. There you go.
I'm gonna pass the spot.
That's all right. We're just getting set into the speed. We got the RPMs. Perfect. And I go ahead and just roll on and let it recover.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
Perfect.
First one. Yeah, you know something?
That was awesome.
I think that would have passed. Maybe we should quit while we're ahead. Because I usually get worse, so I'm on the go here. And Wenatchee traffic helicopter 34 Deltas on the go, taxiway parallel 30.
I like how you came down to a nice low hover too. A lot of people will stop the flare and they'll hover at like, 15, 20
yeah,
feet.
Yeah. Well, I think it was first time this year's luck.
That was great.
Well, let's see. That's a keeper. You heard it on the radio, on the camera there.
Oh yeah.
Quit while we're ahead. Now you'll see me botch them up. Sometimes I just look out. I did, let's see, one of my check rides, I just did it so good. Like right on the, even the examiner was surprised. We were both surprised. He says, that was perfect.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, that was. He says, you want to do it again? I said, no. Unfortunately, he didn't make me. That's the good thing. They know I don't do them all the time.
Yeah, as long as you can keep it within the commercial standards, doesn't matter if you're short.
Yeah, I think we were long though. I think we might have been a little too long. Is it at 50 feet I'm supposed to stay, or is it 100?
100 for commercial, 100.
Oh, all right, 100 feet.
After.
Yeah, I think I was actually over. All right then. Woohoo! And Wenatchee traffic helicopter 34 Deltas downwind right traffic taxiway parallel 30.
Always like doing autos with a good headwind. It helps.
Oh yeah, it sure does.
Helps the flare. Don't want to fall through it as much.
Last year I did these with Woody. The year before with, who did I do it with the year before? I don't remember. Alright, it's gonna turn here. I know I can keep going. I'll go all the way down to Alcoa. And I'm high. Way high. It's like I'm putting off the inevitable. Alright, here we go. Already descending, which is not good, but alright, here we go. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Woo! Man, this baby glides. This one's gonna be longer too,
Milk that flare. We got a little more airspeed this time than last time. I go ahead and bump those collective just a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go. And then as you flare, lower that collective. Oh yeah.
Okay, wow. That's 2 in a row with no horn, but I definitely went long this time.
Yeah, it looks like we lost a little bit of our
the wind?
Our wind.
Yeah, I think the wind's related to the storm. Oh, it's enough of a wind to make it hard to hover though, sideways. All right, here we go. One more, and then we can practice some 180s.
Okay.
I feel good about it.
Yeah, and airspeed and RPM aren't really a problem. I mean, we were in our little 5-knot range there, so.
Yeah. A little fast in the airspeed, maybe. It's the 180s that I really hate.
Yep, 180s can be a pain.
See if I can make a better pattern this time too. I had a check ride once at Moses Lake. That airport's got like 20 runways. That's how it seems anyway.
Oh yeah?
So we're trying to come in and work on a runway, and I can't find the right runway because there's so many of them, I don't know which one it is. And
right.
you know, so he's losing his patience, whatever. And then when I finally realized what runway we're going to be on, well, there's a 737 or something, I don't know, sitting on the end of it because they use the runway as a taxiway, so he's going to wait for me.
Right.
And so I have to do my auto rotation right over the top of him, and it just, and it went super, 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 super long, which was just not good at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe you just sitting there waiting on you.
Oh yeah, it just totally weirded me out. You know, because Boeing does all their test flying work out there. Moses Lake, they got the big runways for the 747s and the big planes. I guess they don't do 747s anymore. And Wenatchee traffic helicopter 34 Delta is on short final for taxiway parallel 30.
I'd enter right about now somewhere.
Okay, right, here we go. Oops. Definitely got a lot of airspeed going. I don't know about that one. I think I'm getting progressively worse.
We were closer to our spot on that one. Our airspeed was fine, and the RPMs were good.
Yeah,
just a little slow on the flare.
I think yeah, kind of more of a gentle flare.
Right.
And then I think I also did, I think I brought in the power too soon.
That's fine. You know, I don't really have a problem with bringing in the power early on an auto. And I mean, there's nothing in the PTS or any rule books or anything that says when you can bring in the power or when you can't. So as long as you demonstrate the ability to auto and flare, I mean, you can still flare with the power. I always tell my students right at the end of their flare, they should be bringing on the power right before they level. Because if you don't, it starts to level, it sinks, and you roll on and pull, and you get that crazy yaw wobble sensation.
Well, let's do one more straight in.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm putting off the inevitable. I hate doing 180s. Usually with the 180s, the way they test me is they have me, they do a simulated engine failure when I'm in a tailwind situation.
Right.
Just to see if I turn. That's how they usually do it, almost always. And then all they're really concerned about is to see me turn. And once I turn and I'm set up on a nice stable glide, that's when they just say, okay, bring the power, and go around. We'll see what he does to me tomorrow, Monday. It's Monday, my test ride. I think that's the worst part about being Part 135.
Yeah.
Is this, every single year check ride. But the good thing is that it also counts as my BFR if I ask him to.
That's good.
And so I never have to pay for a BFR, which is kind of weird. But I always fly with somebody ahead of time anyway.
Right.
So
might as well.
I think last year I had Woody sign me off on a BFR and SFAR 73.
Oh, okay.
I think. I didn't bring my logbook with me. Let's go further here. I think I'm getting closer and closer to the runway every time.
Getting set up for those 180s.
Yeah, I'm almost doing one right now. Whoa, really high. Oh man, I should probably enter right around the intersection of the taxiway, I think, or maybe even right out here. I'm so high. Oh, I'm a little lower now.
I'd say at least before that little
here we
collection of water, you know.
2, 3.
Oh yeah, this one's looking good.
Yeah, this is, I'm thinking 4th time's the charm. This is keeper. There's my flare.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Roll on the power. Man, I think I could have taken it to the ground that time.
Oh, that was it.
I
right
did
there.
get a horn, but
That's all right.
yeah, that was the best one. Okay.
That was perfect.
Quit while you're ahead. Let's hope I can do one just like that for Monday. Okay. So 180s. Put it off long enough.
Oh yeah. We're doing right traffic, so it'll be a right turn. So.
Right. And Wenatchee traffic, helicopter 34 Deltas, upwind, closed traffic, taxiway Alpha 30.
So do you know the shoulder trick with the 180 autos?
When the spot is over my shoulder?
Right.
So we'll climb it to what, 900 or something? I don't know.
We always do them at 500.
Do you do them at 500, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little more aggressive turn, but it gets it done. I mean, it's up to you too. If you want to climb up to 1,000 and just do the turn and get the glide established, then we can go around like they're going to do. It's completely up to you.
I don't think this thing is accurate. And I think we're way higher than 400 feet right now. Alright, so I gotta stay really close, keep the power in. I usually line it up, with that road when I practice on the side. I want to get the speed up. Alright, so I'm like 600-ish. I'm used to doing it, I think, at 900, but... Alright, here we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Nice, easy, perfect. Got those RPMs. Bump as we turn, bump as we turn.
Bump as we turn, thank you.
There we go. And lower, there we go. Keep that airspeed up.
This is looking ugly.
Alright, let's go ahead and roll on. We'll go around and do it again.
Yeah, that was really bad.
That's alright. So, we just got behind just a little bit when we started.
I think I got frazzled by the overspeed. By the possibility of overspeed there.
Right, we caught it though.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, we're good.
And that's the reason I hate practicing autos. This is my helicopter.
Right.
If I screw something up, it's on me.
Right.
So I just,
So a good way to work on the 180s and a good habit to form with the 180s, even when you're doing it because if you practice like this is how it's going to transfer into real life. Is I let the RPMs get right on the edge of the horn before I start my turn. So when I do turn, it brings it right back up into the center where it wants to be.
Yeah.
Even if you do get horn, you just turn it a little harder for a second and bring those RPMs back up. So maybe just when you lower, don't lower quite as much and watch those RPMs start coming down. Then right when they, right at that 97, then start that turn.
Okay. Going a little long here just to recollect myself. I tend to pull back when I make my turns.
Right.
Lose airspeed.
So if you want, we can even go out a little bit farther, like I don't know, this side of the tree, or by the flag even.
Yeah. that'd be better, I think.
That way you're not having to crank it so hard. And then we can go ahead and climb up a little bit more too. That way we're not
more
rushed.
Time, yeah. That could be part of it too. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Oh boy.
All right, nice, easy.
Okay, here we go. Down.
Bump a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait for those RPMs to drop. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now start that turn. Bump as you turn. There you go.
Okay,
Keep that nose down.
Yeah.
Okay, find our spot. Don't look at the RPMs anymore. Get your spot. You hear it. Lower it. Keep that nose down. Okay, bump as we turn. We feel it getting heavy. Fly right and get back over to that taxiway.
Yeah.
There we go. And then flare a little harder to get those RPMs back up. Fantastic.
That's not fantastic. Yeah.
I mean, we missed our spot by,
yeah, we're
20, 30 feet, so pretty good.
We'll see. I do another one. Better, but I don't like taking my eyes off the RPMs because, again, it's all about the...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the hard things to teach, with a 180 is to get outside and find your spot. Because when you're hyper focused on the RPM,
yep.
you look outside, you get the ground rush, and then you have a tendency to slow down.
I'm like, I can see. I mean, because of the position of the gauge, I can see the ground. And,
right.
So but I'm focused more. I should be doing my scan better on these two.
Right.
And I don't. And I'm more focused on the RPMs than the airspeed.
Right.
Which, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you definitely have to have your RPM in the right spot, but your airspeed too. If we're too fast, that can affect our flare.
Yeah.
Or so too slow. If you're too slow, you don't have a flare.
Right, right.
And even too, it's still when I do it with my students, and even when I'm doing autos, I vocalize what I call the RAT, R-A-T, rotor speed,
right,
airspeed, and then spot.
See, that's another thing that not being a CFI has limited me because I don't vocalize anything.
Right.
I don't vocalize anything, which is terrible because they want to hear that.
Right.
Okay. So get a little higher here. Looks good. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Remember, don't lower quite as far.
Right.
Get those RPMs.
Oops.
Coming back down. Okay, now start that turn. Keep that collective up. There we go. We got our spot. Keep that nose down.
Okay. Get my airspeed back.
Bump a little bit. There we go.
Oh, this is gonna be way better, except maybe a little short.
That's all right.
See, my problem there, I saw exactly what I did. I was lifting the collective. And I should have been pushing it down. Okay, let's do it.
I mean, we're definitely within our 100 feet there.
Let's do at least one more.
Okay. That little storm came out of nowhere this morning.
Yeah. They're building down by Yakima, and then they're coming up through Ellensburg, but they're just missing us.
Yeah, on the radar, I don't know if you see him, but right as it was getting to Wenatchee, it kind of folded into the west, and like doubled down on itself over there.
The lightning was intense. I got some pictures of it, some video. I can see it from my house.
Oh yeah.
Okay, make my turn. hope I don't screw up on my check ride. That would really be awful.
Nah, you're doing fine.
No, we're not really nearly high enough. It's altitude or we're not going to do it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Down, but not all the way.
Nice,
off throttle.
Easy split, perfect. Those RPMs are coming down. Bump a little bit. A little more bump. There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Oh, nice.
Keep that nose down.
Yeah, that time I got the clip.
Bump.
Oops,
There we go. Good catch. Oh yeah, that was real good.
Yeah, this is a good one. There's my flare. There's my throttle. Okay, let's hope geez, why couldn't, maybe I could just show them the video.
There you go.
Look, I did it. Just one more, just one more to make sure I can do it again.
Sure, yeah.
That time I did, I followed your instructions. I did not put the collective full down, left a little up.
Right.
And then waited.
And then that simulates the, in real life, if you have an engine out, you know, by the time you realize you have an engine out, you've already lost so many percentage of RPM.
Right.
So if you have to turn right away, you know, and you're more concerned really about your spot than anything.
Right.
So, you know, RPMs, you want them in the green, but you've got a big arc and a true engine out, so.
Yeah. Yeah, unlimited.
Yeah. You do whatever it takes.
Yeah, and that's the thing that, that's the thing I have about practice auto rotations is you're not really, it's not real.
Right.
Because at the end you're not cushioning, you know, impact or anything like that.
Right.
The few times that I did a full down auto, which was in my old R22, with a really experienced CFI, we got to the bottom and he yells out, okay, now an armful full of collective, an armpit full of collective. And I'm like, what? Because it never occurred to me that when you get to the bottom, you need to pull pitch all the way.
Right.
Duh.
Yep.
Because in real life, we don't practice that. We're always practicing how to, you know, bring the engine back without making the horn go on.
Right. Well, that's why, you know, the guys that fly the 22s and have a high time in that, and they switch over to the 44 and start doing commercial stuff.
Yeah.
If they ever have an engine problem, they're used to that armpit full of collective. And if you do this, you'll climb 30 feet and then just crash.
Oh,
you know,
yeah. That's good to know.
You don't have the RPMs down. So it's just good to just kind of feel it out.
Yeah. You fly it all the way.
Fly it all the way.
Ground.
That's it. All right, we got a guy down there, but he should be clear.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Nice, watch those RPMs. Okay, nice turn. A little more bump. There we go. Now we're looking for our spot. Keep that nose down. Oh yeah, that one's looking good.
Hope I didn't scare that guy.
I doubt he even seen us. There we go.
Flare.
Fantastic.
Yeah. 2 in a row. That's pretty good. They don't usually care about the horn unless it's screaming all the way down.
Right. That's
Okay.
typical to get it right at the end of the flare too.
All right, so I think I'm good. I'm feeling better.
Good.
I'm ready to call it quits.
Okay.
All right, so unless you want to demonstrate, demonstrate the maneuver. Yeah, can you?
Yeah.
You want to take the controls? You
Yeah,
can fly
I got
for a while.
it. All right, I got it. My controls.
Yeah, you got him.
All right.
My hands are like I got the death grip going on there. I hate when I do that.
I always have my students work in the, I call it the wiggle on their pre-landing or auto or whatever maneuver checks. You know, if you can feel yourself doing the strong grip, you know, gauges green, no warning lights, boost pump, if you have it, carb heat, whatever, all your pre-landing checks, and at the very end always say wiggle. So wiggle your fingers and toes.
Oh,
and it helps loosen those legs and those arms up so you don't, you know, remind them, because you fly loose, It's kind of like water. You know, if you pour water down steps, it just flows nice and smooth. But if it's frozen like blocks, it's going to clunk and break all the way down. All right, so we'll just kind of, you know,
you do it at this altitude?
Yeah.
Oh, that's, yeah, okay.
Or we can do it higher. It doesn't matter to me.
Whatever you're comfortable with. I trust you.
So, and then I got the cops down there. He's right where we were doing the autos too.
Yeah.
And then it's up to you after after we do it. Have you ever been, you know, settling with power, then you go to pull in power, recover, and then the engine fails, and you just enter a glide from a low airspeed?
No, all I have done, I've practiced auto rotations from, you know, hover even, like high hover. I hate it because you got to build up all that airspeed and you're diving for the ground.
Right.
But yeah, we don't have to do that.
All right. So we'll come in, and I'll stay a little bit back, just so if we do have an engine failure, we got us a spot to go.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we don't, huh?
So wind's coming from here somewhere. We may have a little bit of problem getting into it itself, you know, because the wind is so fast today.
20. Yeah.
So
let's see.
Find me a spot outside, bring her down. All right, so we're just going to relax the grip, start coming into it, waiting for the shutters, looking for the 300 feet per minute. So it's wanting to get into it.
It's not though.
But it's not.
Yeah, you can't get the...
So I mean, if you can look, I'm at 14 inches and we're barely falling here.
Yeah.
So once we get that 300, I'm going to pull and see what happens. No, it's really not
settling with power. That's
not really one. Okay, so we're going to try one more time here. We're really going to come down this time.
There you go. You got it now, I think.
All right, so as we start to pull, then we should develop a little more. It's just really not wanting to get into it. So we'll just do it from here. So what we're going to do is pull power, right cyclic, and left pedal as we pull power, just to step out of it. So all you have to go, that's it. All you have to do is go 1/2 rotor diameter to the right to clear that side of the downwash, and you're out of it. So we'll just kind of simulate it again.
You're pulling in power.
Right, pull power, lift, left, and right.
And the left pedal is?
To compensate for the input of power.
Okay, right, makes sense.
So when you get out of it and that tail rotor starts working.
Yeah, you don't start spinning.
Yeah, you don't start spinning.
Huh.
So I'll give it to you if you want to try it.
All right. How excited I sound about it.
All right, you got it.
All right, let's try to get into it. Reduce power here. I hate this. I feel like I'm flying backwards. Come on, a little more. All right, that feels good. That feels like it, right?
Yep. So lift left,
power,
and right cycle.
I see.
Boom, you're out of it. That little shake there, that was getting out of it.
Yes. Oh, that is a lot easier.
A lot easier.
Yeah, rather than diving for the ground, which is basically, all right. I'm not going to, that's fine, just the demonstration is good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually really good. I'm gonna come down then.
Sounds good.
And Wenatchee traffic helicopter 34 Deltas, gonna be landing on the taxiway near General Aviation. I'll just circle around once. No need to dive.
Yeah, the Vuichard maneuver is way easy.
Yeah, it surprises me that it took so long for somebody to come up with that.
Yeah, you would think
it seems pretty simple. You just have to get out of your downwash.
Right. And if you look at the recovery time too, when you do the dive, you know, you're going to lose 300 to 500 feet, and then with the Vuichard from inner to recovery, you're only losing like 20 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's super fast once you actually start the maneuver.
The trick, I think, is to not apply too much left pedal until you actually need it, and especially in a 44, because we've got such good tail rotor authority. I saw that I was pushing to the side I think I just pushed left pedal too soon. All right. Well, I was kind of hoping you'd get some more flying in today with the weather.
I was hoping.
I decided not to go up to Brewster today because it's just too darn hot. It's going to be too hot. Plus, my growers are picking today, and they invited me up to help them pack Rainiers. If you want to come, you can. It's interesting just to see it in action. You don't have to actually do anything.
Right.
But if you wanted to go up there, but they're not doing that till noon. So it lands so nice and level with one person in there with me.
Yeah.
I'm so used to landing on the back of my skids. So that was good. I feel better.
Good.
I guess the autos, the forward autos, the straight ins, were really not an issue, but I definitely needed to work on the.
Yeah, I really don't see any problem there.
And you know, every time I fly with a different CFI, I learned a different technique, and some of them stick with me, and they're good. Like the whole thing about not putting the collective full down.
Right.
On the 180s, that's going to be really helpful to me, I think.
Right.
Yeah. So little things like that.
It just takes, some of the RPM. I mean, you still got to manage the RPM all the way down, but it takes some of the thought out of, going all the way down and then bumping and then turning. Instead of doing that, just don't go down as far and start your turn.
Yep.
So.
Okay. Okay, Penny and I are headed back to base. Did some flying with Trevor. It got some practice auto rotations in. I hope everyone enjoyed those. I hope they weren't. I just hope they were good. I don't know. I don't think they were boring, that's for sure. Especially that first 180 auto. But I hope you enjoyed them. Here we go. And Wenatchee traffic helicopter 7534 Delta at the fuel island is departing across the runway southbound to Malaga. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a crosswind here on takeoff. A little pedal work here. There we go. It's actually interesting because when it's windy, it's actually easier to practice auto rotations because you've got that little headwind working in your favor. At least that's how I see it. I don't know. Not too good when it's gusty, and it is a little gusty today, but it's not bad. Doing a nice little crab right now. I had to move the camera to this camera here for Trevor so it wouldn't be right in his face or over his head. Not sure if I like it there. Any feedback is welcome. Of course, we had to have it when I had a passenger on board, but don't really need it right now like that. We had a couple of thunderstorms roll through the area this morning, mostly to the west of us. No cherry drying yet today, and now the wind's going to kick up, so I don't expect us to have any. Just going to put it away, put the cover back on.
Wenatchee traffic, DNR helicopter lifting off Sunny Slope, north departure, Wenatchee.
That's the fire helicopter. Lightning probably started some fires up there. You guys got a fire?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Yeah, I expected that. Be safe.
Will do, thanks. I like your videos.
Thank you. How weird is that? That's pretty weird. So I'm going past my house. Again, I'm not landing up there because it's cherry season. Keep it down at this cherry orchard down here. A lot of long story for all that. And I'm going to turn into the wind. See if it's even windy down here. Nope, it's really sheltered down here. Penny knows we're back. Dust. That's it. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want more, subscribe. Tell your friends. Motivate me. Take care. Bye.